Welcome, dear listeners, to History with Herodotus, where we delve into the intricacies of the past to unravel the mysteries that have shaped our world. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey through time to explore one of the pivotal battles in European history, the Battle of Koniggratz. This epic clash, which took place on July 3, 1866, was a defining moment in the struggle for dominance between two great powers of the era, Prussia and Austria. As we set out to understand the origins of this conflict, let us transport ourselves to the rolling hills and verdant valleys of Bohemia, where the battle would eventually unfold. Imagine the landscape, dotted with quaint villages and bustling towns, nestled in the heart of Central Europe. The region's strategic location, situated at the crossroads of European trade routes, had long made it a coveted prize for empires seeking to expand their influence. The Elbe River, which flows gently through the region, played a significant role in shaping the course of history, as it provided a vital transportation route and a source of sustenance for the local population. To comprehend the complexities of this conflict, we must delve into the historical context of the mid-19th century. The German Confederation, a loose association of states formed in 1815, was struggling to maintain its cohesion in the face of rising tensions between its member states. The Zollverein, a customs union established by Prussia in 1834, had created economic ties between various German states, further complicating the web of alliances and rivalries. This intricate landscape was navigated by skilled diplomats and cunning politicians, who sought to advance their nation's interests through a combination of strategic maneuvering and clever diplomacy. One key figure who would play a pivotal role in shaping the course of events leading up to the Battle of Koniggratz was Otto von Bismarck, the cunning and ambitious Prime Minister of Prussia. Through his masterful manipulation of diplomatic relations and strategic alliances, Bismarck skillfully maneuvered Prussia into a position of strength, paving the way for the eventual confrontation with Austria. His famous blood and iron speech, delivered to the Prussian Landtag in 1862, served as a rallying cry for German nationalists and underscored the gravity of the situation. As we explore the historical context of the Battle of Koniggratz, we find ourselves drawn into a world of intricate politics, strategic maneuvering, and nationalist fervor. The Danish-Prussian War of 1864, which resulted in the signing of the Treaty of Vienna, had created a power vacuum in the region, which both Prussia and Austria sought to exploit. The Austrian Empire, under the leadership of Emperor Franz Joseph, was determined to maintain its dominance over the German states, while Prussia, driven by Bismarck's vision of a unified Germany, was equally resolute in its pursuit of power. The stage is now set for a dramatic confrontation between two great powers, each determined to assert its dominance over the other. The armies of Prussia and Austria, led by skilled generals such as Helmuth von Moltke and Ludwig von Benedek, were poised to clash in a battle that would change the course of European history forever. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, as we continue our journey through the pivotal events of the Battle of Koniggratz. On that fateful day, July 3, 1866, the armies of Prussia and Austria clashed in a conflict that would reshape the map of Europe and set the stage for a new era of nationalism and imperialism. As the two armies faced off on the rolling hills and verdant valleys of Bohemia, the air was electric with tension. The Prussian army, led by the brilliant General Helmuth von Moltke, had been undergoing a series of modernizing reforms, which had transformed it into a highly disciplined and efficient fighting force. In contrast, the Austrian army, under the command of General Ludwig von Benedek, was still reliant on traditional tactics and strategies. One of the key factors that contributed to the Prussian victory was their superior artillery. The Prussians had developed a new type of breech-loading cannon, known as the Krupp gun, which was capable of firing shells at a much faster rate than the Austrian guns. This allowed the Prussians to lay down a withering field of fire that the Austrians were unable to match. As the battle raged on, the Prussian infantry, armed with their trusty Dreyse needle guns, began to push forward against the Austrian lines. The Austrians, despite being heavily outnumbered, put up a fierce resistance, but they were ultimately unable to withstand the relentless pressure of the Prussian advance. One notable example of the bravery and determination of the Austrian troops was the defense of the village of Sadowa, which was located at the center of the battlefield. The Austrians had fortified the village with earthworks and barricades, and they fought fiercely to hold it against the Prussian attacks. However, despite their valiant efforts, the village ultimately fell to the Prussians, who then used it as a base from which to launch further attacks against the Austrian lines. As the day wore on, the Austrian army began to retreat in disarray, leaving behind large numbers of dead and wounded soldiers. The Prussians, buoyed by their victory, pursued the Austrians relentlessly, cutting down any who stood in their way. In the aftermath of the battle, the Prussian King William I was overheard saying, "The Lord has given us a great victory, and we must use it to bring about a new era of peace and prosperity to our people." These words would prove prophetic, as the Battle of Koniggratz marked the beginning of a new era of German dominance in Europe, with Prussia at its helm. As we reflect on the significance of this battle, we are reminded of the wise words of Otto von Bismarck, who once said, "The great questions of the day will not be settled by speeches and majority decisions, but by iron and blood." The Battle of Koniggratz was a testament to the enduring power of military might, and it would go on to shape the course of European history for generations to come. The old order is crumbling, and a new era of nationalism and imperialism is dawning. Join us next time as we delve into the fascinating world of 19th century Europe and uncover the secrets that lie behind one of the most significant battles in modern history. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, as we explore the decline and aftermath of the Battle of Koniggratz. The Prussian victory, on July 3, 1866, marked a significant turning point in European history, leading to a profound shift in the balance of power on the continent. In the immediate aftermath of the battle, the Austrian army was forced to retreat, leaving behind large numbers of dead and wounded soldiers. The Prussians, meanwhile, were able to consolidate their gains, securing key territories and cementing their position as the dominant power in Germany. The Treaty of Prague, signed on August 23, 1866, formally ended the Austro-Prussian War, with Austria ceding control of the German Confederation to Prussia. The Battle of Koniggratz also had a profound impact on the wider European landscape. The defeat of Austria led to a significant shift in the balance of power, with Prussia emerging as a major player on the continent. This, in turn, led to a period of heightened tensions between Prussia and France, which would eventually culminate in the Franco-Prussian War of 1870. One of the key consequences of the Battle of Koniggratz was the unification of Germany under Prussian leadership. The North German Confederation, established in 1867, brought together the various German states under a single government, with Prussia at its helm. This marked a significant milestone on the path to German unity, which would eventually be completed with the formation of the German Empire in 1871. The Battle of Koniggratz also had significant social and economic implications. The war effort had placed a huge strain on the Prussian economy, leading to widespread poverty and discontent among the working class. However, the victory at Koniggratz helped to boost national morale, and the subsequent period of rapid industrialization and economic growth helped to alleviate some of the social tensions. In the years following the Battle of Koniggratz, Otto von Bismarck, the Prussian chancellor, played a key role in shaping the course of European history. His policy of realpolitik, which emphasized the importance of military power and strategic alliances, helped to secure Prussia's position as a major power on the continent. The Battle of Koniggratz was a testament to the enduring power of Bismarck's vision, and it would go on to shape the course of European history for generations to come. As we reflect on the legacy of the Battle of Koniggratz, we are reminded of the profound impact that this conflict had on the course of European history. The battle marked a significant turning point in the struggle for German unity, and it paved the way for the emergence of Prussia as a major power on the continent. Today, the Battle of Koniggratz is remembered as one of the most significant conflicts of the 19th century, and its legacy continues to shape our understanding of European history. In conclusion, the decline and aftermath of the Battle of Koniggratz marked a significant turning point in European history, leading to a profound shift in the balance of power on the continent. The battle paved the way for the unification of Germany under Prussian leadership, and it had significant social and economic implications for the people of Europe. As we bring this podcast to a close, we hope that our listeners have gained a deeper understanding of the complex historical forces that shaped the course of European history and the enduring legacy of the Battle of Koniggratz. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that to understand the present, we must first understand the past.